Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Monday, June 17th, 2019, and I haven't really prepared the game today, I think. Yeah, it's still loading in Pyanodons, so I have to set up the Angels mods playthrough, which that's a very easy process to do. But in the meantime, I will say that before the stream today, I decided that I would record a channel update video, which is sort of why things haven't been completely sorted out at the start here for today. First, I'm going to look at updates and see that there was apparently a crash bug. Which resource gener... What? Huh? Okay. That will be convenient later. I guess I'll do these updates while I explain. So the channel update, the Cliff Notes version of it, is that I'm going to be redoing my old YouTube content through Twitch streams. And essentially, as I do them, I will remove the old content off of the channel, especially the content that was from before I changed to Otaku Showboat, from back when I first started my channel, which at that point I was LP Showboat 0099. That was the name I had wonderfully come up with. That was amazing and not in any way hard to remember or say or yeah, anyway. I'm Otaku Showboat now, and I have quite a bit of content that still exists from when I was LP. So I want to replace that with updated content. That's basically my channel announcement, and I want to do that through streaming, and I will do that after I complete my current Factorio series. Which I know during this loading screen things chug, so I will say that again. I will do this after I complete my current Factorio series. So if you haven't seen that video, if you're watching this video on a VOD, go find that video. That should be up on my channel already. The most recent channel announcement video for June today, June 17th, 2019. And go and leave a comment as to A, what you think about going back and redoing a lot of the older content through streaming, and then B, what game of my older content that I mention in the video that I plan on redoing that you want to see first. So what do you want to see among the first things? I have a suspicion as to what the top ones will end up being for me to go back and play, neither of which are particularly short, for the record, and one of which I never actually technically finished. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to going back and doing better justice to a lot of the older content on my channel. In particular, I'm also looking forward to redoing a lot of Nintendo content that I had completely removed from my channel when they started doing the whole content ID matching fiasco, which they're no longer doing, by the way. I have pretty much confirmed that Nintendo is no longer doing its content ID stuff through my own testing of content that I had that used to be content ID matched. I've uploaded it and seen, hey, it's not getting content ID matched anymore. And even I had Breath of the Wild content on my channel that I had streamed, and that was content ID matched on a few of the videos until it was announced that they were stopping this, and then shortly afterwards, those ID matches were gone. Oh boy, so as I had said, I'm not really prepared for today, and today's stream, so I really don't know what is going on. I have to sort of review what happened last time so I have an idea of what to do this time. You know, the whole, how should I put this? The whole MO of the day 9 stream going into each episode of Mostly Walking, where he has without fail forgotten everything that happened in the previous stream, so he goes through what the current state is, and what he remembers of what happened last time to figure out exactly and conclude what therefore needs to happen this time. So let's go ahead and do that. So if I'm remembering correctly, last time the name of the VOD was that I set up the military science and the pink science and the green science. So I set up 3 different sets of science last time in particular. I think this also involved an expansion of my ceramics stuff, basically. I made nitinol. I started making low density structures, which these are full, by the way, these wonderful thingies. I was going to start making modules today. That is what I had decided. Oh, and of course, my drink of the day is, of course, coffee with coconut almond milk. If you're not watching the Planetons playthrough, this past weekend, I ended up buying a container of this Califia Farms coconut almond milk to use in my coffee, and it is wonderful. And 0 net carbs. Okay, what's the state of this? Good. Good is the state of this. So, I need to pull down and extend my... this stuff. Crystal seedling. Technically speaking, it looks like I actually need more of it. Even more of it. Are these operating at peak efficiency? No, they are not. Wait, no, that's... So this is a bottleneck on the amount of slurry coming in producing seedling, which means not enough geodes. So I need... I think last time I added 5. Are these... oh, they're not moving. What's the matter here? Why is there not enough heavy mud water? Oh, because I forgot to do the mud output. Right, that explains it. Okay, where's my nearest car? I have 2 of them here. So last time I forgot to do the mud output. So let's go take care of that, and that should lead to an excess of this crystal slurry. Have I gone too far? No. No, that's lime. Lime and limestone. This is where I want to be. Alrighty then. So... doink and doink. Yeah. That increases the geodes by 30%, which should be good. Sorry, 33 and a third percent. Sorry, no, 50%. I can't percent, clearly. Clearly, I cannot percent. I went from 2 to 3. That is a 50% increase. It was a 33 and a third percent decrease from going 3 to 2 when it backed up on the mud, but it is a 50% increase once I have all three going again. So now these are... Ooh, hello. Starved for purified water, of all things. Starved on purified water. Okay. I have sources very far away of purified water, but I am thinking that I may just need to give this its own unique stuff. Looks like I've had to get steel here before. And then some of you. Oh, I need a lot of this. Okay, boom. And a boom. Where do I want to put this is the question of the day. Oh boy, my thingy said there was a network error. Is Twitch having issues today? I think Twitch itself is having some issues today, folks. So that will be unfortunate for anyone attempting to watch live. Am I really going to make use of any of these ore patches? Probably not, although that is a convenient set of sources of coal. That is actually quite convenient. How did I not, like, notice that those exist? That exists. And that exists. Wow. And there's rubite? Hmm. I'm giving things a quick look around. Clearly, obviously. Alright. I am going up to some water. Or over to some water, I should say. And getting a fresh line in... Yet another fresh line of water. Where even is my... offshore pumps? I've got a few. Oh, and of course I end up running away from my car and not taking my car. Oh, and of course I don't have the engines to make another car on me. Where am I even making engines? Am I making... Oh, hello. Hello, engines. Give me a car. Fuel. Fuel. Glorious fuel. Now, this water line is pretty much exclusively going to be purified water. So, what I think I might end up doing... Oh, hello. I'll have to add another one of those if I want to add any more stuff. Any more stuff and things. Okay, offshore pump can go... I don't know. I do not know. I do not care. Let's place it there. You guys. Doinky. Doinky. Two of these is 6, 12 from 4, 12. So I can have up to 4 of these Mark IIIs. 4 would produce 800 per second on that. I need iron. Good old iron. Give me some iron so I can at least make full use of this offshore pump. Some glorious and beautiful iron. Now these nitinol pipes, this is what I'm using for the rest of the game, so I have no worries about any of this. About having to upgrade pipes anymore. Or downgrade pipes or anything of the sort. And then it's just UA. Then a UA. I shouldn't be in a construction zone game. Or am I? I am! I am in a construction zone. Oh boy. And of course there are nitinol pipes in the construction zone. So of course my wonderful little nanobots aren't going to do any work. They're not going to do any work for me. I do need to power all of these. Excuse me? Really now? There we go. So then I have to make sure that I am clarifying all of the salt. Hey, this works just fine with just one. Excellent. Excellent. Now let's run this purified water line. Oh boy. Where am I running this again? How far down? This far down. Further down. Further. I have lost the line I was drawing. There. These pipes are a little bit hard to see. Just a little bit hard to see. I'm gonna take this purified line and just run it straight up. The best part about this is that the purified water will then end up as, like, the excess will continue. Where the F? Yeah, this terrain, it makes it really hard to see exactly where these pipes are. So excess purified water will continue down the stream, the line. And wow, I apparently had huge demand for purified water. Huge demand. So how are these looking? Okay, so now it's just lack of slurry to get it fully moving, but... Okay, that's backed up now. How is this bottom lane looking? Aha. Technically backing up, but it would be better, honestly, if I were to belt balance. This would, yeah, this would just end up being better overall to do this balance here, this lane balance, just because it allows both of these machines to fill up this this other lane, and keep it backed up. Just as a matter of personal preference. Regardless, at some point, this should start backing up with crystal slurry. I should do the same thing with these catalysts, and with the hybrids. Speaking of the hybrids... Ooh, am I... I am demanding more hybrids than I am producing. And I can tell because this lane is not backed up anymore. That is not easy, adding another line of hybrids. Now this is backing up rather quickly. I want to see what happens afterwards, but I also need to... I need to just keep moving. Alright, I know that I am using... Am I using this lane? I don't think so. Get a car. Doesn't matter which one, just get a car. Look, they're both backed up fully. See, that's convenient. Hello, tech. Ugh. Goodness. So, I am officially making pink and green and mill. So, technically speaking, I have a lot of options available to me. A lot is open. In particular, additional inventory slots. Yeah, that might come in handy. That would be really nice to have. Alright, car, take me away. Back up. Backing up. Oh, yeah, I have to definitely keep this one going. So, crystallizers is the next thing that I need. Quite a few of. They need some steel. How's my logistics network even looking at this point? 0 of 930. I'm sure part of this is a charging issue as well. Ah, yeah, let's pull some of these guys out and fact, what I can do is redistribute by just doing something like this. Get all of those logistics bots out. Get all of those, or many of those bots out. And what I can also do is make one of these. This will need Mark II. I could make this. I can make that. Have I brought my nickel up? I don't think I've brought my nickel up, though. Well, regardless. Yeah, and I need charging pads desperately. So let's get some of you, some of you, you. These will require... That is titanium bearings. Which I am making titanium bearings here. Just need some iron and steel. Iron and steel. And these. Cool. Make me a couple of those and one of those. Another one of those. And another one of those. So these are effectively just a ton of extra space for robots. They are just a ton of space, and it will take a while to fill. In fact, I'm going to say I don't need any more construction bots. I'm just going to request Logi bots here. Because, honestly, I don't need the construction bots in the system. What I do need are these things. Looks like I need at least one or two here. I'll just put that down. That charges quickly. I'll do that upgrade there, and it should be a lot better. But, of course, power is a primary concern. Of primary concern. Oh, hello. Yeah, charging. Let's, get, it's just sheer numbers at this point. Now, unfortunately, these guys will not, like, re-queue. They're just going to sit around unless I attempt to pick them all up and put them back. Okay. Crystallizers. Should I use the Mark IIs? I guess I should. Grab some titanium plates. I forget how many of these I need. 6. I need 6 in total. And I'm just missing some steel. Okay. When it comes to making modules, let's put it this way. It will involve a lot of stuff. It is a rather large process. So much so, in fact, that I am going to extend my power. Brass, of course it's brass. Oh hey, I finally have enough free logistics bots to send me things, to give me things. You. I really should automate all of the substations. I can automate basically everything through T4 or Mark IVs. That's the thing to really note now, is that outside of blue circuits, which I can technically also automate now. I can make basically everything at Mark IV. Alrighty. Crystallizers. 6 of them. These will be... it doesn't really matter because they're all going to be done by bots. Sapphire. Topaz. That was ruby, emerald, amethyst, diamond. Now, each of these, so if I have 6, it's 168.75 if they're producing at their maximum capabilities. I guess I can let my robots at least do that for them. These will be provided for use down the line. I mean, technically I'm just going to be doing this anyway, so... Or is it this? Is it this? Yes, it is. So now I have to actually pay attention. This one is making... what now? Diamond, so this is... raw diamond into cut diamond into polished diamond. This one makes amethyst, so raw amethyst into cut into polished, and you can see how this will continue down the line. This one was sapphires. This one is topaz. Yes, topaz. This one is ruby. And this one is jade, or emerald. Emerald! Glorious emerald. There's no jade, is there? Sadly. Sadly, no jade. So, and I will do the water like so. Having 6 of these, that's not much water. I can work with that easily. Now, here is another thing. I will need to have... inputs on every one of these phases. Now, why do I need to have outputs on every one of these phases? And I also need inputs on this one and on this one. So each one of these needs an input. Whoops, that's not right. That's the one. No, that's the one. Yes. Yes, that's how I'll do it. Yeah. And then, of course, it's feed, 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 feed. Alright, and then water. Oh. Yeah, I didn't think about this too well, did I? Have to redo this. Ack! More inventory. Go. Let there be more. Construction bots! You have a job! Huzzah! Go get him! Oddly enough, everything that I just made is, fully capable of being brought in by the robots. There's nothing that is not on the network. Granted, the inserters are far away. Okay, where is the closest water? Where be my water? I should have water, like, on the bus. Regular water. Here. Here. And so it extends from about where the fluoride is. Okay. Let's get this fluoride going. No, let's get this water near the fluoride going. This lane. Now, that would be the water. I don't need much, which is why I don't really care about what line I'm using. And as these stack inserters get pulled in, these ones need to be long-handed, or at least set up to be long. And that's that, I suppose. Technically speaking, all of these are identical outside of the cut versions, so this can be applied to all of these, and this can be applied to all of these, because they are the same. I do, of course, need to actually make those additional items. And I will let this, like, fill to capacity. Okay, I think I need to just hook this up. And that will get my ores moving. Oh, and I need, of course, crystal catalysts. Of course I need them. Okay. Let's not have robots moving crystal catalysts. As much as I want to. That would be incredibly dumb. For the demand that I have for the crystal catalysts there. That would be not so nice. It's... Actually, it's a little bit, annoying that it does take crystal catalysts, because that ultimately ends up being a lot of slurry. Like, seriously, that is a lot of slurry. Now let's have a look here. The underground distance on these is 15. (20/4) is 5. And it's 7 times more on the aluminium. I think that it is technically more efficient to use express underground belts than it is actually using the transport belts. I think it is more material efficient to start using the undergrounds. I'm not going to exclusively use the undergrounds quite yet, because there is another 2 levels. There's 2 more levels of belts in which those have even longer underground distances, making it even better to use those undergrounds pretty much exclusively over long distances. And I would be using those. Oops. Yeah, as I said, as much as I would like to make my bots do all the work here. Just the sheer numbers of what I'm going to need is likely going to necessitate running a belt to it. Now this is the only time I need this belt, fortunately enough. Yeah, and it's not like I'm pulling a ton here. Just these regular inserters are fine. Alright, Catalyst, where are you? Oh, hello. Blocked by a power pole, that's where they are. Let's get these a-moving. Off they go. Alright, I've been looking forward to this for a while, for quite some time, even. Oh, joy. It's the first stuffs. The first stuffs and things! On the path to glory. First steps on the path of glory. Okay, now, when it comes to modules, you need these. You need modules labs. And you need actually to go through a whole bunch of research involving these. So you need to automate some circuit boards. Speed, effectivity, and productivity circuit boards. Now, what do these circuit boards require? These circuit boards requires basic module boards, which technically I am making. And I want to bring them into my logistic network. Down the bus, ideally. So, let me make my way. Oh, and I'm not too concerned about making the other items for the higher level of things. And yes, I do need to address the power issues here shortly. Presently. Speaking of which... So I have 11 of those currently. Oh hey, I'm actually making enough to feed these two. And then, yeah, this is giving used and extra lead. Slowly but surely. Okay, I could go down and stick another uranium reactor down, which would allow me to basically add more than 4 additional heat exchangers, because, so uranium reactors have a neighbor bonus, which increases the productivity of that reactor, and the highest bonus you can get is 200%, if I'm not completely mistaken. by having a reactor on each side of it and below. So if you have like a 6x6 grid of reactors, which is about the best you're going to be able to do for neighbor bonuses, due to needing to feed them with fuel. The ones on the end will have lower neighbor bonuses, but the ones in the middle will have much higher. Now, let me make what I need to make while I'm at the resources here in order to extend my stuffs here. So I need concrete. Where am I making concrete? I know I am making concrete somewhere. At least I darn well better be making concrete somewhere. Like, seriously. I had better be making this somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Here. I am making concrete there, so that is fine. I need heat exchangers, which will need... I need a lot of copper. I think that is one of the main things, is I just need a lot of copper. Oh look! I have over 2 grand logistic spots now, and 300 of them are free and doing absolutely nothing. I have, you know, tripled the amount of logistic spots already in this episode. It's going to be interesting upgrading them to Mark III. Once I get the tech for the Mark III and 4 and fusion bots. I really want the fusion bots. Like, you don't understand how much I want the fusion bots. Thousands and thousands and thousands of fusion bots. So I'm going to go down here because I need the copper, and you can see just how much copper actually is making it down this far. Because, oh god. Okay, this might be... an issue. So I need a lot of copper for heat exchangers and heat pipes and the actual reactors themselves. Which, yeah, this is going to be a problem. Copper, of course, is feeding into the various circuit productions. Ooh, I don't want to be picking up all of these catalysts. So allow me to go down and see what I can do about the copper plate production, because clearly there are some issues here that need to be taken care of. In particular, all gray belt must die, and I'm thinking also all yellow belt must die at this point. Yeah, I'm just not making anywhere near enough plates. And why am I not able to make enough plates? Is it not enough ore? No, it's not enough ore. It's just that I am not making enough plates fast enough. So... now it's the time I have to actually upgrade the machines. Or... set up one of these to actually just make... copper. Or... because I have enough... brass... the alternative is I feed into... the logistic network. Ooh, that sounds like a really good idea, actually. Oh, hello. What in the world? I'm not even making use of this! Oh, hell. Yeah, alright. Okay. You win this round. I do, of course, need the materials to make the Mark IIs of everything here. Aluminium, of course, being one of the main concerns. Aluminium. Where is my aluminium? My aluminium! Aluminium and steel. I need like 6. Oh, hey, 6. And then, like, some of you, I need the casting machines. I can apparently go all the way up to T4, Mark IVs on the induction furnaces at this point. Don't think I'm going to, though. Okay. What I can do is stick down... or... I can do this manually, so I guess I'll do this manually. 1, 2, 6... blasts. 1, 2... pellet press. Or processors. And induction furnace. I could do this with all of these too. But clearly I don't need any more. Not even coming close to what I'm using on the brass. It's 3 to 2. Yes. Technically. No, it's 2 into 1 when it's these. Maybe? I don't know, I forget. I've forgotten. Completely forgotten. Let's move the mic a little bit closer. I have completely forgotten. I think maybe I still want to put these ingots on the network. Doinky, 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 doinky. No, I'm going to be using that. I'll put the ingots of these 4 on the logistics network, and I will be using that. Okay. This will be interesting. Let's make that clear. This will be interesting. Power, please. So. Here's what's what. All of this siphoning when I don't need the brass will all go into my logistic network, which technically everything is in. Yeah, so a bunch of robots should be on their way to pick up from these and deposit into these. And theoretically speaking, up to all 3 of these could be operating at full efficiency. So what I will do is set up, well, I could set up to 9, but I think I will only do, well, I apparently also need a lot more casting machines than what I currently have, so let's go and, oh hey, they want to give me all of the things. My glorious minions want to give me all of the things. Where's my steel? What is... I was about to say, what is 75% of 9? $6.75. I could use 4.5 machines at Mark 4. Or I could mix marks. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make an even number here from 9 by making use of the increased crafting speed of the casting machines. Now, if I go... So 2 Mark 3s equals 3 Mark 2s? Sorry, I can't seem to logic right now. It's a crafting speed difference of 0.5, uh, going from 1.5 to 2, that means if I have... No, I'm not correct. That is not correct, and the reason that's not correct, it would work if it was... So if it was 0.5 going to 1, or no, if it was 1 going to 1.5, it would be a 3 to 2. But because it's a 1.5 going to 2, that doesn't work anymore. A 1.5 to 3, of course, that's 2 to 1, but a 1.5 to 2 is a difference of 75%? Or 25%, I should say, increase in, or difference. I don't know. I'm just going to use 9 and balance them. I was just trying to think of how many Mark IIs is a Mark III worth. And it's too much for me to calculate off the top of my head right now. Clearly, I need to drink more coffee. Let's see, and then it's outputs. Excuse me, I did near inserter there. Probably best to have a balancer there at the end anyway. Okay, tad unfortunate that. Let's see here, how do I want to route? Because that's not gonna happen, that jump. There we go. Now it just needs a bit of power. So that should dramatically help how much copper plates that I am producing. All of this is so that I can make enough copper plates to expand my power generation via nuclear. That's really what all of this is coming down to at this point. So this reactor, going to need a lot more steel, going to need to grab quite a few more of the electric circuit boards, and I need to go back and grab concrete. And while I'm at it, I also need to think about additional centrifuges, additional production of uranium ore, and all of that nonsense, and of course additional heat exchangers. I'm going to need more than just 4 of those, and more than just 3 more turbines. It's going to come down to needing a lot more iron and steel. Well, here's steel. Don't really think I need that cobalt steel, but we shall see. Just want to make sure I have plenty of heat exchangers and plenty of the turbines. Could make the Mark IIs, but I don't have the tungsten plates for the Mark II heat exchangers. Because that's the, like, one of the few things that I'm not producing right now is tungsten. Oh, have I set up nitinol bearings and gear wheels? I don't think I've set those up either. I have nitinol and I have nitinol pipes going, but I don't think I set up the gear wheels and such. Ooh, you need bebs. You need the bebs. Well, give me some bebs. Let's see what's left on you. Steel, of course. 500 units of steel. And some concrete, which I think is relatively close. Right here. Hello, concrete. Uranium reactor. Part of me wants to make more than one of these, but because I also know that I'll need heat pipes, this will be interesting. But yeah, I will definitely need heat pipes for this going forward. Could also go all out on the production of solar panels. I have everything that I need to make these level 3 solar panels, technically speaking. If I wanted to go all out on the solar panel production. It's a lot of materials for heat pipe. I think I should perhaps auto-trash the old things. Now the way the auto-trash works is by setting items to 0. That means it will shove all of the things that you pick up of that particular item type into your trash. Now, if you do set a number on here, that means it will retain up to that number in your inventory. Oh, hey, tech. Give me better bots. Cargo size would be nice. Speed would be better. Increasing the mark level would be best. Plastic 3 would also be pretty amazing at this point. Um, but now where even is the better robots? Where even are they? Probably locked behind some thing or other. Here. Locked behind Robotics 3 to get the Robot Frames Mark 3. But yeah, I definitely want to work towards this. Also need my personal fusion reactor, so actually, I want to pick up the portable fusion reactor, because I can make this right now, and it will be necessary for the fusion robots. Glorious fusion bots! Okay, I think I have what I need. For now. Okay, time to expand the power generation issues. Or fix the issues by expanding the power. And you know, there's no real reason why I shouldn't have additional centrifuges moving. No real reason to have the Mark II centrifuge, though, to be completely honest. There's no difference in crafting speed between the Mark I and the Mark II centrifuge. And it just doubles the, or it increases the energy the consumption out of it, and yet it adds nothing? Anyway. Let's do that. And attempt to get additional U-235 going. What I should also do is change these... Oops, not that one. Change these to actives and set up a... Well, I have a buffer silo here, but I can say, hey, request those, all of them, as well, so that this silo is what these active providers are going to send the U-238 to. Now, I do need a bit of U-238 available to this guy, so what he's going to do is he's going to just request the U-238 and lead plates. Sure, that's fine. Because that will pull lead plates out of here. Make sure I request from buffer. Yep, that's how that will work. Just have to wait for the robots to fly. Now, this setup needs to change. Which is unfortunate because this will basically just kill my power briefly. Yeah, you don't have any fuel. Hello, tech. Give me that robotics 3 wherever it went there. Ooh, I don't have any other active provider chests on me. Interesting. Yeah, make sure I have those at all times, thanks. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, why did you just suddenly lose heat? I have no idea. Anyway, this will... Now, why does it say 0 on the neighbor bonus? I do not know. I cannot comprehend. That is the issue. Yeah, it still says 0. Interesting. Ah, there we go. Since now they're both operating, now it'll say 100% on both of these. So, neighbor bonus. That means that these can basically provide the power instead of to 8, as you might expect, of the heat exchangers. Now it's like 16. So now I can scale up the heat exchangers by a lot, essentially. However, I will need to have heat pipe going to all of this, which I think I might just not have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough heat pipe. Here, make more. As long as I have the heat pipe, it should be okay. I'm uncertain also about just the sheer amounts of water. And then... all we need to do is wait on the temperature to increase. Which it should. Theoretically. Now again, this is an active provider, so why isn't that providing into here? Robots, do your job. Do your jobs. Ah, that might be why. 0 of 2,507 available. Hey, these turned on. Then these are about to go on. They are on. And then these are on. Then once it hits 499, these, and so on and so forth. Now the unfortunate part of how the power system works in this game is that it will prioritize the boiler-based steam engines over the turbines, I think. Because this bar is the one that should be full. It's like I would want to get all of my power out of these and reduce the power coming out of this. I mean, I am making more over time as these get hotter and hotter. So maybe it's pulling well enough from these. I don't know, I've never really fully understood all of the power prioritization in Factorio. But what I do know is that I now definitely have more than enough power. The only issue being this, quote, more than enough power is contingent upon not completely fully backing up on the U-238. It's why I put active providers there, and yet they're going down to a regular storage chest on this U-238. I specifically am telling them that they should be sending U-238 into this buffer silo, and they are just not doing it. It's like, really? You should be sending it all into this. All of it into this. Not taking that really long route to a, somewhere else. To a somewhere else. There. Problem solved. And then you are also requesting frickin' U-238, and I just don't have enough logistics bots available at this point for everything. Anywho, this is technically not to any specific ratio, but just approximately 2 of these with the 100% neighbor bonus can theoretically feed 16, 15 of the boilers. I have 12 right now, so I've got some spare room without having to add another reactor. If I added reactors, I would be adding 2 more reactors. And realistically, you want to have at least 6 so that the middle 2 can have like 200% neighbor bonus on them, which is great. It's fantastic. Magnificent, even. Car. I left a car behind up there. My cars are all strewn about everywhere. Back to modules after all of that. After yet more distractions for producing power, and also to produce additional copper plates, which unfortunately may mean that I am not making a sufficient amount of catalysts. I don't know, looks like my catalysts are just fine, despite these 4 going at full bore with everything else. Okay, I'll take it. I'll gladly accept that it's working as intended. Now that's taken care of. What is the next steps? I was working towards modules, which also means I have to do the module research. Now, what I was going to do, actually, is I have to run a line from over here. Yes, this stuff. This stuff, as you can see. Ew. I need to, fix this. Bu- 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 do- make that those, and then what I can do is that. Excuse me, but I just need those connected. There, and that gets those moving a lot more efficiently. A lot more efficiently. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, what's the, like, next line? I have two more, and it's the one underneath this, quote, empty one. Let me see, car. Darn it. Keep hitting things so very often. Also, the amount of these particular items that I'm making is nowhere even remotely close to a sufficient amount, so I will definitely be making more, expanding this, but I just need to run this line out to here so that I can then do a little... Really? Iron? Seriously? Needs more iron? More iron? More iron. Where are these loaders? Iron and tin. By the way, I am requesting active providers. Give me active providers. Thank you for giving me some more active providers. Question. Why are you not filling those? Limited by these, which, like, come on. And you're limited by these again, which, like, come on. Build things! This will get better as I make modules and am able to actually get non-zero speed on things. Alright, so basic module boards are required in order to make these things. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have all of the these already on the network, and I also have some solder here, which means all I really need to do at this point is just define a space and get going. I'll define my space out over here somewhere. My module zone, if you will. And, yeah, so doink doink doink. Speed, effectivity, and productivity. This needs pollution clearing. So, pollution cleaning as well. Technically I could share one, since they all... they all require the same stuff. Just increase by a lot. The various things. And I definitely want to make sure that each one of these ends up in a unique provider. And that, as they say, is that for those. Oh, ferric chloride. So there is a place I have some ferric chloride over here already. So I will... yeah, it's like right here on these. I will need to make module main boards, I will need to make cases, and I will need to make contacts. Okay. Let's do this. It's, right here. You will make... oh, joy. I can do all three of these. Let's bring ferric chloride out this way. Just to make sure everything is, you know, sort of remotely organized. Somewhat remotely organized. No, that's not the one. That is the one. That's those. And I can just hook this up to the ferric chloride. And I have all of this, I think. Do I have phenolics in the network? Probably not. I don't think so, actually. So, phenolic... I guess I'll make a thing providing phenolic over here. You just out of wood and resin. Hello, kitty. My coal. How you doing? You look like you're gonna walk in front of my desk. Are you gonna walk in front of my desk? You are gonna walk right in front of my monitor. Tail, tail. Hi. Oh, that's my coffee. What's my coffee? Hey, you. Hey, you. Get over here before I pick you up. Yeah, you don't like being picked up too much. Am I storing resin and wood? Of course not. Why would I store wood and resin? Yeah, you talking to me? Yeah? You talking to me? You talking to me, kitty? Right off of the camera. Why don't you get onto the camera? That would be great. Kitty, if you could get like in the frame of the camera for me without having to move the whole thing. Okay, that's not too far down. Let's bring this wood down. Oh, technically. Right, I've completely forgotten. I can now make these. No, not that. These! Need to grab some LDS and the logic boards. Meow? Meow? What's the matter? What's the matter, Cole? You leaving me already? Did I not give you enough attention? Guess I didn't give him enough attention. He went and he left me. And in a few moments, you'll probably hear digging in his litter box right behind me. Just so as you know. Occasionally, you'll hear him dig behind me. I'm thankful when he decides to actually use the litter box, of course. He's sick, FYI. Very, very, like, shall we say, terminally ill. So, every day he's good is excellent. But you can't blame him when it's not good. Can't get angry about it being a not good day, just gotta be happy when it's a good day. Anyway, LDS is being made, as well as these. Oh, also, I sort of have to automate those. That's the other thing, is I sort of need to have these automated. Why do I need them automated? Well, as it turns out, these are absolutely required for each and every single fusion-powered nanobot. Every single one. And if I want to have like 10,000 plus fusion-powered logistics nanobots, I'll need 10,000 plus portable fusion reactors, which you can see each one is 200 electronic logic boards and 50 LDS. So let's just say I need a lot of stuff for this. Lots of things are required. Okay, moving right along. Going back out here to the initial setups on the modules. You can see here, I'm getting main boards done. I'm limited by copper, clearly. I hate that I'm limited by copper, but oh well. I need these. I need these. These are two different things. They look very similar to each other, but they are different and they are required. They are required items. So, fiberglass is on the network, as is gold and copper plates, so that should be fine for the both of these. Let's see, what else? Technically I should be getting bacons. I should be making glorious bacon. Absolutely delicious bacon. And all of that should be in the network. All of that should be in the network. Yeah. That is those. There is going to be a Mark III. Module cases and contacts. Both of which will require regular. So, cases, I'll get a couple of those. And then contacts, a couple of those. Definitely placing down things for your production is significantly faster when you have access to robots. I mean, it looks very bland, just having all these, like, squares and things, and just packing things together when you have robots and not really using that much belt, if any. But, I mean, look at all my ants running around, my worker bees. My worker bees, that's what they are. They're doing the wonderful things for me. Then I need one of these. Plopped down. That lets me see a huge area around me. Oh my god, it's thorium! Finally! Finally, some thorium. So, when I first started this map, thorium ore wasn't a thing yet. So, when I started this map and I did my initial exploration and I came down to this position, because if you haven't been following along from the very beginning, this was the starting area up here. This was my starting area. I very quickly migrated down here where I decided to set up my main base because I had this big sapphirite. Over here, there wasn't really any major sources of sapphirite nearby. So I went out and I had explored a little bit and eventually just decided let's go down here to this one because I needed sapphirite and I needed givelite that were close together, and things just progressed from there, and now I have little outposts at various locations down to the south where I have some rails running. But other than that, I've had a lot of wonderful nearby resources. However, with all of these orts already being discovered near me, once thorium became a thing, it can only start spawning in chunks that don't already have ore spawned yet. So, it would inherently be the situation where I can only reveal the thorium as I continue to expand and go out hunting for it. And as you can see, I actually have some thorium, which is fantastic, because now I can start making some thorium reactors and dealing with the thorium processes. Oh, that will be glorious. I have not actually ever done anything with thorium yet. I have yet to do it, to work with it. Alright, so these are operating gloriously. What are you lacking? What are you lacking? Copper cables. That means that I don't currently have actually anything unpacking or making copper cables, so let's do that. You can go ahead and make... No, it's one of... You can go ahead and make the copper cables. I don't think I have any copper wire coil? If I'm not mistaken, that's one thing that I have not made, is the copper wire coils. And that is very specifically because copper wires aren't used particularly often in this mod set. At least not at high enough volume to completely dedicate a denser form of copper wires. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that and just am doing something completely wrong here, but outside of... Let's actually just go down the bus and see where I need copper wire. So I need copper wire here on these. Fair enough. This is actually one of the most... like, one of the major consumers is, here. And I don't even... This isn't even at ratio either, so I need to, like, completely redo this, because this is not at even remotely close to being at ratio. But outside of that... I mean, do I really do coils just for that? I have some copper coils here when making insulated wire into red and green wire, but again, it's like, do I really need that? Also, I technically don't even need the copper cables here, because I can redo this and use my tinned copper coils, and use my tinned copper wire coils, because those I have tinned copper wire coils, and just unpack them, and then I don't even need the copper wire to begin with there. And if I keep going down, I just haven't really needed copper wire anywhere else, so... Anyway, copper cables. huge demand for copper here. But anyway. That'll get my bacons going. A beautiful bacon. Okay, next stop is I need to pull out you, and you, so that I can make these. Let's go ahead and make, like, 5-ish. I don't know, maybe more. Just going to grab some more iron here to make some more. Let's do 10. Why not? Let's do 10. Once you go through all of these module checks anyway, once you've gone through all of them, you don't need these buildings anymore at all. So get only really what you need to get through the techs, after which they are pointless. Oh, and I guess I should, like, put down... Why am I not requesting storage chests either? I should be requesting storage chests! Why am I not requesting storage chests? Grind wheels, polishing compound. Those are all required as well. Grinding wheels are located here? This one? Yes. Grinding wheels and polishing wheels, and where is the... Why does it have to be in a different tab? Or is it made in one of these, or is it made in one of these? Here, this polishing compound. Alumina! Oh my goodness, alumina and base mineral oil. Ooh. Alright, well that'll be the tricky one. But, this I have prepared for. Don't know if I have alumina on... Excuse me? Wait, what? No. There. Don't know if I have alumina on my network. My network goes way off the screen. L. Alumina. I apparently do not. Okay. There's my answer. That be the answer. Let's see. Main case, main board, circuit board. Yeah, it takes like all of the things in on these. Do I want to set up individual requester chests here, or just like... I'll do individual requester chests, sure. Of course not. Okay, grab. Give it those. Excuse me. Both of these. Yes, yes. And those, and those. Now, it accepts pollution producing circuit boards, but the techs no longer require them. The important techs no longer require them, and I'm basically just going to ignore the pollution producing. I really should also ignore the pollution cleaning because I don't have pollution enabled in the first place on this particular playthrough. So since I don't need them, I'm not going to be producing them. And that, as they say, is that on that front. So once Robotics 3 finally fully kicks in, I can start working towards the actual module techs. Oh, and as you can see, these are now operating because I have grinding wheels. So now I have the cut versions. Now, the cut versions get me to, I think, the level 6 modules. Of course, I love my beautiful productivity. So the productivity 6 is polished. Okay, 7 is polished. 8 is polished. Okay, what, 5 is polished ruby. 4 is not requiring anything. So I need the polished version to even make these in the first place. So I need the very end. So I have to actually set this up. Mineral oil and alumina. I apparently had some alumina on my network. So base mineral oil. I have it. Just FYI, I just have to bus it. If I want to do this out here, which I really do. Why couldn't it just be lubricant? Like, why couldn't it be lubricant? Lubricant would have been so much easier. But no, it's base mineral oil. The stuff that makes lubricant. Well, at least I have a use for this, because I think I am converting it into syngas right now. All of it that I am producing. Of course, outside of what is required for the lubricant. Okay, base mineral oil. You actually have the glorious honor of joining the bus somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere. How does the this row sound? This row looks fine and clear to me. Car. How did you get so incredibly damaged? Well, I know how, it's just, how are you not repaired? Off I go. Alright, home free, I guess. Of course, of course. Something's in the way. Something always ends up in the way. Where's the thing? I can barely see with all these logistics bots moving around. Where am I doing the thingy? Way over here? Where did I stop moving the thingy? Way back here? Boom. Okay, that should be that crafting, the only issue being the alumina now. I think I just had some alumina in storage chests, but if I go to my logistics network and look up alumina, it's like not even listed. It's not even listed. Okay then. Car. Where even are my repair thingies? Let's pull down some alumina! Because, just an FYI, I am going to be making a lot of modules that are going to require the highest end gemstones. So I'm going to need to maximize my production of those highest end gemstones. Ooh, speaking of aluminium, what is going on there? What is going on there? Aluminium? Oh, lack of sodium hydroxide. Why would there be a lack of sodium hydroxide? Well, these are going at max, I guess. Maybe. I don't see them bottlenecking. Oh, is it going to be time to actually expand this? It might be time to actually expand this and do it properly. Just might be that time. But regardless, I need alumina. 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 First and foremost, that. And it will be this line. This is the line that I am drawing next. Speaking of which, oh, robots. I do believe that I am requesting 2 grand of these. Mine. All mine. Let's roll. Note that the lane above this is taken by boards that are used in modules. Yeah. So it is taken already. La-di-di-di-da, running down this line. And since this is the, quote, bottom last line, I will finally add a gap of 2 if I need to add any more. The reason being, of course, that. That is why I have this many lanes of things together like this, is because it is exactly the width of a blue underground. Oh, boys, that's the alumina taken care of. And I think until Robotics 3 is finished, that's about all I can really do here. Hello. I've got my first polished. My first polished have been made. Are being made. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I am very, very happy to see that. It's great. It is fantastic, even. Let's see, I have, how many? 3,000 logistics bots now on the network, and all of them are in use. Every last one of them. Now what? That's a good question. Now what? My power's okay. My production is moving. I guess it's now all down to scale. So what is missing here? Pink science is this bottleneck. Well, pink and purple, or no, not even purple, it's pink. Just pink. So, what's limiting pink? These guys. What's limiting those guys? Reds. Bronze! I don't think I'm bringing bronze. Oh boy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. However, as late as it is in the stream, and I don't have much more to go today, I badly do need to take a bit of a break, so I shall be back shortly to finish off the stream by bringing the bronze over. I will be right back. Okay, I have returned from my break. As it turns out, the cat is very interested and desiring of his lunch, so let's get through this in our last half hour of the stream. I'm making him wait, by the way, just so we're clear. I am absolutely making him wait to get lunch. This is sadly going to have to be one away. He is on a medication, on a steroid, actually, that makes him incredibly hungry. Despite that, he still is losing weight. So even though we feed him, and he used to be a really, really big kitty, he's not so much a big kitty anymore. Not so much. Even with eating more. Or at the very least, eating more often. When he's feeling good. And today seems to be one of those days where he's feeling like he wants to eat, which is fantastic. And is being very vocal about it. Let's go grab, additional supplies are required, because I need to get... Jeez, how far do I have to go? Okay, I have to go all the way down to here to move that stuff down. Oh, hey, car. Nice to see you. Out in the middle of nowhere. Die! Anyway. Oh boy, this is... aluminium. Limited by the sodium hydroxide count or something like that. Okay, so let's start using those again. As much as I don't want to. I'm limited into the throughput of a red anyway, probably even a yellow on this particular lane. Let's roll. There we go. That, as they say, should be that, for the most part. Taking the stroll down the rest of the bus. Alright, that is good. What that does is it gives me bronze. I think next I have to solve this sodium hydroxide issue, which... it's a process, shall we say. Okay. I need salination plants, which is actually going to need aluminium, which I probably am starting to run low on. So, salination. Quite a few of them, actually, clearly. And I need some electrolyzers. I have a blueprint of what we're going for. We're going for this stuff. Now, I forget... so these are Mark IIs. And those are Mark IVs. And those are Mark IVs. And I apparently also have requester and provider chests that are bigger here. Why? What do they need that I am requesting there? What are they requesting? requesting? I don't know. And these are nitinol pipes. I don't have these inserters, so I have to modify that. Pick up, right click, plop. Oh, right. Now I have to change plastic to nitinol. Oddly enough. Chem plant Mark 3s. Do I have the ability to make the Mark 4s? I do. So let's say Chem 3, Chem 4. There. That should be fine. Otherwise, it's a matter of setting these to those. Wait, what? Why did it go back to Mark 3s? What? Oh. 3, 2, 4. Done. Stay that way. Oh, and then of course I don't have the recipes for those. This will require a lot of water. A lot of water in. Give me a car. Any car will do. Then do I even have enough electrolyzers? Probably not. Oh hey, this is getting stuffs. Titanium! Go, go, go. Give me titanium. Also, I have the 2 extra rows of inventory space now, so my inventory is like absolutely ginormous. Makes me very happy. Makes me super happy. Oh look, aluminium. Running low on that. What are the counts of things on this blueprint? So it is 7 salination, 4 and 8. 7 salination, 8 electrolyzers, and 4 chem plants. So I need, yeah, to grab yet more aluminium. Those salination plants. That should be good. That should be fine. That should be wonderful. Now, where is all this again? Oh boy. That's a bit of a traffic jam. That'll help a little bit, briefly. Need one there too. One at all these stops along the way. Okay, here we go. This is the place. Now, I have these to make me chlorine. They also happen to be making me sodium hydroxide. Are all of these operating? Yes. These exist, and apparently I don't have enough throughput on the water to feed these, which is very funny. This exists to give me saline water. However, I'm about to change all of this, thanks to the magic of blueprints. Where to go? This one. So I came up with this layout a very long time ago. And I mean a very long time ago. I'm placing it further back just, I don't know, just because. Reasons. Now, I currently am not doing anything with the liquid sodium hydroxide solution, so... And I think what I had originally done with it was convert back into solids what I needed, but, anyway. So I think what I will do... What are you requesting? Sodium carbonate, which is made there, and then electrodes. Okay, so this was an electrode process. Wait a minute. What happened to the... This blueprint does not include the pipes properly. These pipes aren't done right on this blueprint. No, these are correct, because this is the water in, but these need, you know, chlorine out. Oh, and it's also, these are molten salt electrolysis too, through these electrolyzer electrodes. As much as I like this layout and will use it for the stuff and things. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's more than a full line of water. More than a full line. It's a lot. It's a lot, and this produces 800 per second on the saline water. I didn't design this around the idea of the new Angel's electrodes operating the way that they do. Because what you do is you put the electrode in and you get a spent electrode out now. Yeah, you get a used electrode and then you have to convert the used electrode back into an electrode. I don't like this process, just in general. I don't like it. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just like remove all of this and just pretty much use this is clearly not enough water to feed things, but anyway, I will bring in more with time. This is saline water. Oh, that's not even. Saline water out. Yeah, these 4 hydro plants only make 120 per second on the saline water. So let's go set up. Where is water? Over there. I will need to, of course, pull in a lot more water. 2 lines of water, in fact. Now 3 connected together is fine. But after that, it's going to look a little bit like this. Completely independent and separate. I'm just going to walk this. Wait, shouldn't that have a... Are you kidding me? Why? I was pretty sure that... Anyway, moving along. Back where we were before. I was like, why do I not see the water icon? I should see the water icon on this. Yeah, that would be why. Now to run this line. All the way down and connect it up. And off we go. So much looking forward to my Mark IV robots. This Mark III tech is taking so long just because of the lack of the pink science, which is ultimately, I think at this point now, completely completely limited by the aluminium. It was limited by the... or not the aluminium, but ultimately the sodium hydroxide, but it was limited by the brass. Yes, brass that was being made. Oh boy, this is gonna need a lot of these. Welcome! Lots of saline. 800 units per second of saline. So much saline that I'm not even capable of using all of it from 2 of these. Let's see, 920 per second. I would need 8 of these. Yeah, let's upgrade. Yeah, and what I'll do is this. Break that, do that. Ah, beautiful. Give me module effect combining. There we go. And that is a lot more stuff. So now I have 4 of these. Making 5 per second on that. Oh, but it looks like I officially now need to burn off some more of that. That burns off 200 per second. It's enough to take the edge off anyway. But better yet, that'll be even better. Take a lot more of the edge off. And, yeah, Yeah, sure, don't need that. And I'll let my bots put the pipes down, I guess. Oh, and the inserters. I'll do that just to make sure that they are upgraded. Bots need to work faster. I'm here just doing this myself now, because I feel like it. Then you. That, as they say, is that. So 6 of these running at full bore. My only concern now is too much chlorine. Which, yeah, that is too much chlorine. Now it's not too much chlorine. This is making 7.5 per second on the sodium hydroxide, so that should be more than sufficient at for my alumina and aluminium production for plates. Or at least it should definitely maximize what I'm currently able to make out of that. So, with that, it's the final 3 minutes of the stream. What was accomplished today? Well, I have officially gotten the ability to do the mixing, do module tech, so let's put that out there. I can make modules! Thanks to module tech, and oh my gosh, it moves so fast. I set up the production required, so I have the beautiful and glorious gemstones and gemstone processing that is a necessity. Oh right, I needed to make these to make rocket control units in the first place as well. Oh boy, oh joy, oh bliss. Let's see, grab that one. So all of that is beautiful and wonderful and magnificent, and I'm working on it. I have non-zero amounts of bacon at this point in time, so I will just need to set up my grid of module production. That will be also quite glorious. You then need efficiency and pollution cleaning modules. Yeah, this was the big part of it today, but also I set up additional centrifuges so that I am able to make full use of what uranium I currently have. So that is definitely a thing, making full use of the uranium that I currently have so that I can start, you know, scaling up a lot. Yeah, make that for me. And so that I can be producing lots of nuclear power to cover my power situation. This is vastly expanded today. That was a thing that I have done. And also a thing that I have done is get more copper plates going using my logistics network, of which I also added a ton of robots to on the logistic network. And then lastly, it was setting up actual saline plants up here, salination plants to produce a lot more sodium hydroxide so I can keep on feeding my production of aluminum plates. And oh my goodness, I'm noticing an error. Error, error, error. An error has occurred. An error has occurred. I need these to move. Thank you so very much. Move, move, move. Move, move, move. And all of that. So, with that, next time will be a focus on actually creating the modules. I've now set up the production of modules. We've started the tech for modules. Next time will be the actual creation of modules and using those modules to then do some glorious and beautiful and wonderful things with the base, as well as work towards getting the necessary ingredients to make rockets. I will be at that point focusing on the scaling of my production of nearly everything that I have. I will need to, of course, produce uh, glorious and beautiful rocket fuel, which is going to need hydrazine, which it has a beautiful, wonderful little process to go through. So we're going to be dealing a lot more with the with the ore-based catalysts, ore-based colored catalysts for that. Which, yeah, look forward to that going forward. If I had to hazard a guess to say how much longer this playthrough is going to last, I'd say maybe 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. It depends how quickly I scale, because eventually once I get the ability to launch rockets, it's a waiting game and all about scaling to make it go faster. Um, but yeah, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching this Spin Otaku Showboat. I will be back tomorrow with more Panadons, and on Wednesday with more of the Angels playthrough. I will see you all then.